Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Marhaba. 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 I will continue to practice. We learned thank you and then we forgot. We did it. We were doing so well with it for like a day. Teşekkürler. 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 Merhaba, teşekkürler. Okay, good morning. Good morning, good morning. It is roasting in Turkey. It is 99 degrees already. I was sitting here getting ready to go live and I said to Dave, oh my God, I totally forgot I'm still in my sports bra. But literally, this is all you can wear. That's all I can wear. It is so hot. It is so hot. I don't know that. I mean, it is, it is a humid, wet kind of heat. Anyways, good morning, everyone. Allison, bonjour. Stella, Elaine, and Lily, who is ready for an amazing day? Actually, let me ask you this. Who saw years ago when we were doing 40 Days of Gratitude? So I did a program called 40 Days of Gratitude that women still move through between Thanksgiving and the end of the year. Incredible program to set yourself in the space of gratitude for the truth of who you are. And I was sharing on one of the days a chant, a song, a little thing that I've been doing with the boys since they were very, very little. I don't know how little they were when we started it, but we still do it as a family. Who's gonna have an awesome day? And then we go through every single member of the family, right? Who's gonna have an awesome day? Papa's gonna have an awesome day. Here come the girls because it's also who's gonna have an awesome day? Lucy's gonna have an awesome day. I mean, it takes a while. We go through every member of the family, including Mason. The boys started that when they were quite young, when I would go from Dave to me to then Dominic, and they would be like, no, they would do it over and put Mason in there. And then they started adding the dogs. And first we only had Lucy. Then, of course, we got Olivia. We had to add Olivia. And then always at the end, we say, who's going to have an awesome day? We're going to have an awesome day. So this thing that started like a few now it takes us minutes now. And sometimes in the chat, you'll just see one of the boys say, who's going to have an awesome day? Shh, shh. David's going to have an awesome. I know. David's like, you got him activated. It's your fault. No, they're barking at somebody next to us. Okay, so the dinghy. So something like this, so simple, can change the trajectory of your day. I'm not kidding. So for you, it might not be that, like, who's going to have an awesome day. Maybe it's who's going to have a beautiful day. And you come up like, whatever you want. But literally, this changes. We would sing it to the boys when they were leaving for school, when they were young, when we were living in France. Then when we got back to the States, then before a soccer game, when they were setting their intentions, and just this awareness inside, something so kind of simple and silly, but brings us back into the awareness of what are we choosing today? What are we choosing? I'm claiming this for myself. I'm gonna have this today. And you're going to have this today. And we're going to have this today. And it literally like changes the whole frequency. So I encourage you to try it. Mama's going to have an awesome day. Karen's going to have an awesome day. We're going to have an awesome day. I remember. Just try it. Like right now, if we were to just forget about anybody hearing or what, I mean, Dave is so used to me. I don't think I could surprise this man at this point. But I mean, if you gift yourself permission to say this out loud right now, right? Who's going to have an awesome day? I'm going to have an awesome day. Like, just feel it. I know it gets cheesy, whatever, but just feel it. It's the claiming inside. I'm going to have a rich day. I'm going to have a powerful day. I'm going to have a peaceful day. I'm going to have an amazing day. I'm going to have a sexy day. Whatever you want. Us gifting ourselves permission to be visible to our own power sets a trajectory, not just for our day, but for our life. We say inside of Elegant Femme all the time, a beautiful day, a beautiful life, a beautiful life starts with a beautiful day, which is why, and I just filled out my last Femme Flow list, which is why in the Femme Flow list, this simple practice where we do set the trajectory of our day through the Femme types changes women's lives. Something so simple that says, hold on a second, I am the creator. What kind of day do I want to have? And we take it to the next level inside of the Femme Flow list by asking the indie, who do I desire to be today? What do I desire to enjoy? And what is the one thing I require to allow? What is that aligned action that I require to allow? These 3 simple questions that change the trajectory of our day, because we know the way to create a beautiful life is to create a beautiful day. This is a compounding effect that happens. And in order for us to really step into something like this, we must be visible to the truth of who we are. As we move through ACIM and as we move through each lesson and as we activate the truth that, hold on a second, I'm in control. The bigger me, right? We're not talking about the ego that's attached and that's holding on to things. We're talking about the creator inside of us, the oneness inside of us, the God inside of us that says, what do I desire? I desire the peace of God. Who am I? I am the light of the world. That is my only function. That is why I came. Let me remember. Let me prioritize that truth in my life. And again, that sounds really great. We've been talking about this the last couple of days, and I was really transparent with you yesterday about, wow, the day before I'd had a really challenging day. And then asking that question, God, help me see things differently, which is really what? It's God, help me see myself differently. That's what it is. Yes, we know this. I'm going to have a creative day. Stella's going to have an awesome day. Right? Claim it. As we step into this, we can have the knowledge of these things, which we talk about a lot here, but the embodiment, what does the embodiment require? The embodiment requires the courage to be visible. So I want to share with you today, just to keep an eye out, because something brand new is coming inside of Elegant Femme that is going to change the way you see yourself forever. That is a pretty bold proclamation, and it's true. It's true. So I'm going to tell you what the name of it is in a little advance so you can feel the potency in this. It's called the Visibility Doorway, where you will cross the threshold into allowing yourself to be visible. So keep your eye out. I have something really special coming, hopefully today. Hopefully today. I've got a little things to do on my end to prepare for you all. It's a big deal. I'm really excited about it. Dave and I and the entire team have poured so much love into this. And since I said this always happens, whenever I say yes to a new conversation inside of myself and then I bring it forward into Elegant Femme, the way that it expands inside of me is exponential. I can never expect it, never. And this one, I will tell you, is turning things on its head inside of me in the best, most beautiful way. The places inside of me that have bought into the illusion of limitation, bought into the illusion of plateau, bought into the illusion of this conversation that we've been building inside of Elegant Femme for the past year, right? Opening up haute couture spirituality, what that really means, allowing our desires to be the impetus to our spiritual evolution, opening up the silent contract, unhooking debt frequency, moving into always enough. Like, this has been a big conversation, and it's all been leading here. Because we can say we want a big life, but if we are afraid of being seen, we will self-sabotage in millions of ways. So that's all I'm going to share for now, because I'm getting super excited. I have something coming. I'm creating it for you today. Keep your eyes out. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. And if you're committed to this, right, everything that we're doing here, this is going to take things to the next level for you. Okay. Are we ready? Lesson 243. Today, I will judge nothing that occurs. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? How would you like that? How would you like to not judge anything that occurs? The Course says you can't judge anyway. We can't judge anyway. Why not? Because we don't have enough information. We can't see everything clearly. We don't know everybody's spiritual curriculum. We don't know why everything is unfolding. We don't know what's in support of the highest good. All we know, all we can trust, is that life begets life. And of course, everything that's happening is being orchestrated in our favor. Does it look like it all the time? No. Does it feel like it all the time? No. But can we still know it? When I was on the floor, my last miscarriage, like hitting the floor, hitting the tile floor, screaming, like everything, I had just gotten the report back from the doctor saying everything looks amazing. You have like a 98% chance of like this successful. I mean, it was why would he even give me a statistic at that point? I don't know. Everything was looking so amazing. We had heard the heartbeat. The baby was so healthy. It was a baby boy. Like, I was so angry and so devastated that was a big turning point. Yes, I had already lost a son in my arms, which I honestly thought, and I said out loud to God, listen, are you joking? Haven't I already been through this test? I literally lost my newborn son in my arms. He passed away in my arms at almost a week old. Now this, like, didn't I pass this test already? I was so angry and I was embarrassed inside of myself because I felt like I teach this stuff. I teach about desires. I teach about beauty. I teach about continual growth and spiritual evolution. And I was so angry. And then I was angry at myself for being angry because underneath it all, I knew everything was being orchestrated in my favor. I knew that there was beauty in it. But I was so mad at myself that I was hurting. I was judging myself for my pain. I was judging myself for my hurt. I kept on telling myself I should know better. I shouldn't be hurting because this is all being orchestrated in my favor. So why am I hurting so bad? Why am I so upset? Why is this rocking me to my core? I kept on referring, I've already lost a child. This shouldn't be, I literally said to myself, this shouldn't be that big of a deal. You've already lost a child. Like, get over yourself. And a part of me, part of my big evolution now in hindsight, right? First of all, judging ourselves when we go through the pain, when we feel the things, which is what I was speaking to a bit yesterday, instead of trying to do a spiritual bypass and be like, oh, no, I know everything's like, I'm good. I mean, if you're good, you're good. But if you're not, and if you're crying and screaming and like kicking the tile floor, like I believe we get to have that without making ourselves wrong. Now, in hindsight, seeing that huge transformation that I went through, where at that point I started to pull back and stop trusting myself, stop trusting life. I stopped trusting the bigness. I started playing a little bit smaller. Now, two things can be true at once because I had a huge healing movement to go through. And part of that was me coming into a new level of reconciliation with myself, with life, with my bigness, with my ability to open my heart again and again and again and again and again, for me to trust my desire energy, even when it looks like we're not going to get what we want. It was a huge catalyst for me to be where I am today. So today I will not judge. I will judge nothing that occurs. I will be honest with myself today. I will not think that I already know what must remain beyond my present grasp. I will not think I understand the whole from bits of my perspective, which are all that I can see. Today I recognize that this is so, and so I am relieved. Relieved. It is a relief to not judge. And again, this doesn't mean we don't gift ourselves permission to hurt in our humanness. I believe that's important. We can know underneath the surface that everything's okay, that everything's unfolding beautifully, and feel the intensity. Yeah. So again, today I recognize that this is so, and so I am relieved of judgments that I cannot make. Thus do I free myself in what I look upon to be in peace as God created us. Thus do I free myself and what I look upon to be in peace as God created us. There's this old parable, and I think it's about a fisherman. I can't remember the exact quotation, but in essence, something happens, like a big thing, like, oh, this person, I'll say it in modern terms, so-and-so won the lottery. Isn't that amazing? And the fisherman's like, maybe. So-and-so lost all their money. Isn't that horrible? Maybe. We don't know. To pull back from judging something as good or bad, judging a person as good or bad, judging a situation as good or bad. We are seeing this a lot right now. It is so easy to get riled up and choose a side. There are no sides. It is impossible for us to judge. Can we resonate with something because it activates a truth inside of us? Yes, of course. But when we start to choose sides, when we start to judge without having all the information, we are limiting our own capacity to receive. God, today I leave creation free to be itself. Oh my freaking God. Can you imagine? Today I leave creation free to be itself. I will not try to control. I will not judge. I do not know. I do not know. I will trust. Right? Turn it inward. What is this bringing up inside of me? Why am I being tempted to judge? What am I seeing that's bringing up a belief inside of me? Oh boy, I'm not going to judge that either because I don't know. I honor all its parts, in which I am included. We are one because each part contains your memory, and truth must shine in all of us as one. Literally, I want to take a pen and with this lesson. It's so good. It is so, so good. What is this bringing up inside of you? Because when we say today, I will judge nothing that occurs, it's talking about us, ourselves. Yes, life, ourselves, everything. You know how much energy we spend judging because we're trying to fix a situation, trying to control an external situation, trying to change. And when I say control, essence of what I brought forward, we have the control to co-create our reality. That is the only control we have. But we don't do that by judging. We do it by allowing. How are we feeling about this? I sometimes like to pretend that I be like Bear, my beloved soul who passed, who lived like that. I love that. That's beautiful. Not every dog. Yes. Right? How beautiful. I think if we remember that we've been given the gift of life for a short time, that it helps not to waste time in judgment. Yes, 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 yes. I love that story. I think it comes from China. I think you're right, Allison. I think it does. So beautiful. I also learned to not judge myself. Yes, exactly. Exactly, exactly. How are we inside of this conversation today? How are you inside of yourself today? Yeah. You know, when I get a little fired up, you're going to hear it. This is Elegant Femme's Guide to A Course in Miracles. I'm sending you all the love, all the acknowledgement, all the celebration, all the beauty. Thank you for being here. Whatever it is you're moving through at this particular point in time, whether you're in a state of celebration, whether you're in a state of healing, conversation inside of yourself, whether you're in a state of, oh my gosh, holy instant awareness is happening, whether you're in a state of all of it, because all of us are really in a state of all of it, I welcome you into this space. I encourage you to really feel this lesson wash over you. Feel the tenderness, feel the compassion, feel the beauty, and remember, who's gonna have an awesome day? All right. I love you all. Tomorrow, because today's Thursday. Tomorrow's Frenchy Friday. Living Fully with Tara Marino, Frenchy Friday, if you'd like to join us inside of that space. And otherwise, we will begin the next lesson on Monday. And keep your eyes out for the visibility doorway. Yes, yes, yes.